Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Later Army Show. Now, on today's episode, there's been a thing happening. As you can tell, I was going to work on my mountain, but then I just so have happened to have noticed these Discord messages. Yes. We can't be having that, as I am Joshua Bezos. So, I need to devise a get-rich scheme right now. Short term, yes, I could just go and mine diamonds, but that's peasant work. No. We don't do that around here. No. You see, here's what I need to do. I need to do something radical. We need to do the following steps. So I looked at through the mod list and whatnot, and then we were trying to find out what mods had stuff, and then I realized that there was the dungeons, and that's where Moon is currently getting a lot of her diamond blocks, actually, is from a Yggdrasil tree. Now, granted, I could take multiple Yggdrasil trees, merge them into one somehow, and then proceed to do that, but that would seem like way too much work. So what I did is I went into the code of some of these mods by extracting the files, and I found out a certain loot table that is quite valuable. Though it is very dangerous. It does mean we do have to go to the end dimension. The end. I don't know why I said the end twice. Anyways, yes, in there we will find an end castle. We're going to be converting this end castle into a farm. That's right. We're going to be farming the end city castle thing. Now, granted, it's going to be perilous. It's going to be dangerous. But that's why we prepare. And I'm going to make some potions of feather falling, as well as some other things. Like I'll get some water, actually. Because it turns out if you get hit with shulkers and you're in water, you don't levitate. As long as you're stinking. There's your fun fact for the day. Yeah. We love getting sidetracked, don't we? But I need to get my money up, not my funny up. That was a terrible joke. What am I doing? What am I... Here I am standing in front of a bunch of lime concrete. Lanterns just rudely placed around. I still have not fixed this place up. Yeah. We're still rocking the setup. Because it's funny. Yeah. It's very funny. Oh! Yes. Cut out real quick. I know this is unorthodox editing style. Look at this. Cut out real fast. Look at the guys going on here. Just to show one little thing. I set up some storage drawers finally because I realized our chests were getting a little bit too full on bulk items. So I moved my bulk items into here. Yes. So now I don't need to worry about that. Now I don't need to worry about crafting nether quartz blocks, for example, which I'm going to need a ton of those. Or melon blocks now. Stuff like that. Science. Yow! Anyhow, back to the green screen moment, which is actually not green, it's blue because I'm using the flashback mod and I'm just turning everything off. But I have the green scene here because this is my designated recording zone. Yes. But we're going to make a quick little cut once I get to the end portal because we got to make some preparations. As I have to do some off-camera work real fast as well to get my funny up. So that way then I can get my money up. I know I just contradicted myself from like 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago? I've lost track of time. Editor me, take it away.
Several days later.
Hello. It has been a couple of days. Things have happened. Yeah. This was not as easy as I thought. So, let me show you what I've done. You may notice some of my equipment's missing, yada, yada, yada. It's a whole thing. We're going to do that. The last time, hold up, let me just, let me pull up the clip first. That last clip that you guys just saw was recorded on... was on the 12th. It's the 18th now, as I'm recording this. 6 days later. Yeah. This took a lot longer than expected. So... Here's the funny thing. Hold on, let me just take care of these lads real fast. Hold up. So, you might be wondering, what happened? Oh, shut up for like 2 seconds. Hold up, let me get these shorts. Shut up real fast.
A few minutes later.
Anyhow, so you might be wondering what I was doing. Well, for starters, as you can tell, we did some things here. I wanted to farm these vaults not only in the ships but also in the castle. You may notice some details are already missing from the castle, but we'll get more into that as why this took way too long. Let's go over some story time. Story time with Lee. What am I doing? What am I doing? You see these trial spawns, right? You see they were spawning shulkers and all that. I didn't think about it at the time when I was doing this, but I'm like, wait a minute. I can't do a normal trial farm. So then I started thinking, oh, maybe I could do this, and this. But I had another thought come into mind. I'm like, wait a minute. We can get spawner eggs, which that's a whole nother story as well. Because Moon has the spawn egg shop. So I'm just like, wait a minute. If we can set spawners, can you set up trial spawners? And it does work. It does work, actually. I did test it. I tested it both on the server and in single player, so it did work. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can now continue doing my thing and clearing out the inside of the castle. We're just gonna do F4 mode. We're gonna do free camp because I do not want to trip all these spawners right now, because we got the 2 spawners there, and then we get a spawner there, and then we get our spawners here. Yeah, this is only just the beginning, and then we get 2 vaults right here that I can use. So then I proceeded to hollow out the entire castle on the interior here. Yes, I did that. And then we have access to the roof here. Now, these side bits don't really matter too much. We have access to ships and all that, yada, 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 yada. But you'll see that this one has a different one selected. You see it has a husk. Yeah, I didn't do it for all of them, of course, because I ran out of eggs at the time. But, yeah. Wait, they respawned with... So you're telling me I didn't need to set up an elaborate farm for eggs. I'm also learning. You can reset them really quickly if you just put a new egg in, and then it automatically resets the thing. So you might be wondering, how do you get spawn eggs? Sure, I have a lot of money, but though money can buy me a lot of things, Moon only has a limited amount of spawn eggs that it could steal, and I need a lot of spawn eggs. So I had to figure out how to get the pool enchantment, which this enchantment was so much fun to get. So much fun. I was starting to look through the wiki for the Neo enchantment stuff, and let me just say, this wiki sucks. I hate it. It even straight up lies to you. Thanks, wikis. But after that, we found the island. I did have some footage of one out of me actually going to there, but at the same time, the footage is kind of like... But also then I found out that I was using my CPU as my video encoder and not my GPU. So after fixing that and whatnot, I'm hoping that this recorded works as well. But then we get into the runic dimension, which, by the way, I pretty much, since I was farming this a lot, we have a lot of Isaac vendors.
Nice.
A lot of them. Anyhow, if we go to this runic labyrinth, which I named Runic Lab, welcome to the runic dimension. That's right. That's all this is. Oh, there's the tree over there. And then there's this stupid labyrinth here. What are the vaults reset? Did the vaults reset? I actually don't know if the vaults reset or not. But that's neither here or there. I should probably make a scaffolding path. Here, let me just go down and show you. The drop rates are pretty good on this. But just to show my pain and the suffering that I had to go for. Could you like not? Alright, give me a second. Hold on.
A few moments later.
So yeah, this is where you go for like some of the loot and all that. It's got like an ominous vault already here and all that. So yada yada yada. Just. As I was in here, I did die a couple of times, and I did lose some stuff due to it being despawned and all that. So that's why you see I'm missing another netherite pick, an axe and stuff. But yeah, it was great old times. But I did eventually get the pole enchantment book. I got one, and then I put it on the sword here. And so what I've been doing recently, let me just get out of here because this place sucks. Donkey. After we did that, we'll come back to here. Let me just honk shoe. After we did that, I decided, I have zombie spawn eggs. Zombie farms is super easy to make. So right now, for my zombie spawn eggs, I have 13 of them. Let me show you what I've done. As you can tell, I have another beacon. This one specifically just to give me strength, because I didn't feel like making Smite 5 and stuff. Guess that would be lazy. Then if we come down to here, and then we go to here, we see we have 8 monster spawners that I bought from Moon. And then I would just turn the hostile noises down, wait a bit, yada yada yada. Yes. So that's what I basically kind of did for a bit to AFK to get those. Ooh. Yeah. And you might be wondering, later, why did you do all this when you have a mountain, which you can see the blue box mountain. That's the blueprint layout for the one side of the mountain, as I'm getting ready to do that. But you're wondering, why do we go through this side quest? Because side quests. Because this was going to be part of my get rich quick scheme. Yeah, I know. That is extremely stupid. But here we are. So now, let us go back to the castle farm. And then let me grab these zombie spawn eggs. And we're going to be resetting up a lot of these trial spawners to be zombies. Because me and my homies hate shulkers. So we're going to do this part on camera. And just to show a little bit of my pain, I don't know if I'm going to leave this in unedited or not, but if I do, I do. So yeah. Because I thought I had to replace them, but I guess they'll stay zombies forever, which is nice. But if I did want to farm them even quicker, by the way, you could just put another spawn egg in them, and then they just give you the thing. Also, I definitely want to make sure I change the phantom one to a zombie one. So yeah, as you can see, this is why I wanted to change it all. Here, let me just turn on these monster sounds again, just so you guys could also hear. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno. All right, we're just not gonna talk about that. Totally nothing happened. Totally. Yeah, this is my life, by the way. this is what I have to deal with. I hope you all understand my pain. And why I wanted to change all these to zombies. Or something that is annoying. Yeah. I don't know, jump cut time lapse of me changing each one of these spotters. Away!
No.
Alright, so yeah, that was short-lived. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing, is we'll go through. Also, I found out the campfires do not affect mob spawn from a trial spawner, so yeah. Beans. Are they really just going to follow me? Oh my goodness, okay. Also don't have feather falling on these boots, which probably also... Are they still shooting at me? I swear. Okay, I was gonna say, if they were still shooting at me, I was gonna start throwing hands. Unironically start throwing hands. Like, I need XP. So, yeah. Basically, that's gonna be my life for a bit on the server too. For part of my get-rich-quick scheme. Using the vaults, unlocking the money. Yeah. So, I think that's gonna be it for today's video, actually. I know, a bit of a uneventful video, but there's a big but. We got a lot done. Yeah. Next video, we're going to be turning our sights and our attention now to the mountain. Finally. I know, crazy to think about. Also, excuse me, sir. How did you escape? Hold up, let me take care of that. Stop. Okay. I was gonna say, it's like, how did he get out? I don't know. You know, I'm just gonna stop questioning things, as apparently I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. It's been so long. I wonder, is any of this really worth it? I ask myself that a lot. I don't know. Is this video even worth it to make anymore? I mean, it's been months now at this point. I just kind of just want to let go. Kind of just want to be free. But, I mean, that's all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been quite a while, and it's kind of a rough video, I know. It is currently November 22nd as we speak right now. Yeah, it is definitely a time frame. It's been 3 months I've been working on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And for real this time, this is gonna be the outro. You guys have a good one. Bye.